Howdy, Pastor Mark Driscoll here with this week's Ask Pastor Mark newsletter. If you've got a question, send it into hello@markdriscoll.org. And as we were filming today here in my office in Scottsdale, and some have asked, what does 115 degrees feel like? It feels hot. Not going to lie to you, it's hot. If you've ever opened a pizza oven and thought, I wonder what it'd be like to be in there, that's Scottsdale right now. Here's a question from Mike. He says, thank you for your ministry. You're welcome. He says, I recently ended a relationship with a girl who attended the same church as I do. Both upon us both praying and seeking the Lord's guidance, we felt it was not God's will. I'm sorry that things didn't work out. These are awkward, painful, tough times. And I would just say if there's any encouragement in it, it's better if it's not going to work out before you're married than after you're married with kids in the equation. So I would encourage you, don't rush another relationship, heal up, kind of get back to healthy rhythm and routine with God and your friends, and then see what the next season is for both of you. But he says, things have been extremely awkward and difficult for both of us. Her father is a deacon in our church. It's a small church of about 50. I find being in the same place to be a stumbling block for her as well as myself. I felt that possibly switching churches may be the answer to salvage our friendship and nothing else. However, I do not feel peace about this. What would you encourage her and I to do? Well, the Bible doesn't clearly state this, so what you work from is just sort of principles. But first of all, sounds like you guys love the Lord and you were interested in each other, and you spend a little time and you realize, this is not God's will for us to be together. And now that you're not together and you're in the same church, I will say, yeah, it's awkward, especially a church of 50. I mean, if you're in a church of, hundreds, thousands, maybe there's multiple services, you don't have to be sitting next to each other and bumping into one another and, hi, greet your neighbor, hi, sorry we broke up. I mean, it is a little bit awkward. Oh, hi, this is my girlfriend. Would you like to meet my ex-girlfriend? Yay. It's not awkward at all. A small church functions like an extended family, and that, as a result, means that oftentimes a church of 50 people, it's comprised primarily of a few large families that are extended. So everybody kind of knows everybody. Everybody kind of knows what's going on. Everybody kind of knows everybody's business. And if there's only 50 people, you may be only a few of the younger people in the church. And if that's the case, the whole thing just sounds like, yeah, it could be a master's degree in awkward. So you don't have to go, but you may want to strongly consider that. You may want to just, even for a season, say, I'm going to go visit another church, worship there for a while. Just leave a little time for both of us to get on with our lives and to figure out what is normal. You don't have to make an eternal decision. I'm never coming back. If you want to, you can always come back. Or maybe you talk to the pastor and say, love you, love the church family. This is nothing negative or critical. It's just awkward, and I want her to be able to move forward with her life, me to move forward with my life. I'm probably going to meet somebody. She's probably going to meet somebody. It might be weird if we all met together in the same, young adult Bible study at church, praying for each other's past wounds, which include one another. So all of that to say, if you want to move forward and she wants to move forward and you're not going to move forward together, it may be a good idea, at least for a season, to be into two different church communities and families. But if you do go, I would make it clear to the senior leader, they are not disgruntled. There is nothing negative. It's just wanting to honor and respect this woman and to allow this to be her church home, and for you to move forward and for her to move forward if you're not going to move forward together. And I would say, as you're looking for a church, you don't have to make an eternal commitment to a church. Go visit, get to know people, build relationships. Maybe seek out some godly older men to help you walk through this season and process what you've learned. Because an experience like this, it's going to have a lot of learning opportunities. What did I learn about myself? What did I learn about what I want in a relationship? What did I learn about how to enter into a relationship, how to prepare for the future? A godly, wise older man that's more of a father figure and loves you could be really helpful in that season. And then you'll be ready to move forward and see what God has for His will for the next season of your life. But I do think if one of you is going to leave, I think if you're thinking as the man, I'm going to transition, that's loving and honorable. That leaves her in her current community and network of relationships. and it affords you the opportunity to see what is next for you. But again, just because you leave doesn't mean you have to leave forever. And if you do leave, finding a kind way to communicate that to her. I appreciate you, I want good for you. I know this has been awkward, and so I want to alleviate that, because the Bible says to treat younger women as sisters. And you start to think about it, how would I want someone to treat my sister? How would I want someone to honor my sister? How would I want someone to, release my sister into the next season of life? And then treating her as a sister. And it sounds like that is your heart toward her. I'm sorry that it didn't work out for the two of you, but I'm glad that you figured this out now rather than down the road. So thanks for letting me answer the question. And I'm just going to be praying for both of you that God has a great future, a great relationship, a great opportunity, that both of you can heal up and move forward, and that this will just be a little window of a season in your life, but not the defining moment for your future. So if you've got a question, feel free to send it in to hello@markdriscoll.org, and I'll do my best to get you an answer. Pastor Mark out.